Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. It is night for me, but I do play on the Asia server, which is the morning time, so just wanted to cover the grounds. But I wanted to um, go over the new patch that's going to be released at the end of the month, or at least sometime next week, which is the Developers Notes Part 13. And there's actually quite a few updates that are everyone's been anticipating for, so just wanted to go over that. So while we're going over the notes, I'm going to continue doing my dailies because it is the only time I can. However, there's the first update is the UR accessory set, which everyone's always been reading about and looking for updates or even any information about it. But it is a very similar process the existing UR upgrades now that we currently have. The only additional part is that there is going to be an extra material which is called beads or beads, and every set will have their own beads, which is kind of like elven beads, Nassen beads, black ore, whichever it is, but it is an additional material. However, they did provide us an update where they will actually allow us to farm most of the materials that are very critical for creating or updating our SR2UR, which is the unconfirmed recipe and unconfirmed scraps. Now, you can farm all of the scraps now, which is from temporal rifts and blood scraps and salvaging or combining your items. The other part is also the unconfirmed recipe, which you can purchase. You can start purchasing from the clan shop, and that will eventually add up, and you can create it or combine it from your workshop. I do have quite a few farmed already, and the first one is the I have the wrong set doing my elite dungeon, but doesn't matter. So the first one is the temporal rift box for the scraps. You do get an average of, I would say, about 60 to 80 unconfirmed scraps. So hopefully this will provide us for the accessories as well. And the other one is also the blood scraps, which will also provide, where is it? Oh, there it is. The unconfirmed scraps as well. Let me just open one. I don't remember. Oh, yes. Huh? Okay, let's try another one. I guess they did patch it? Or was I hallucinating? So I was pretty sure. No. Try. No. I don't want to. Okay, 18, fine. Okay, so it's not a lot, but if you do farm or camp in the elite dungeon as much as I do, you can build up a few as well. But your best bet right now is doing the temporal rift runs for free without recharging the extra ones, just to kill the bosses for the temporal rift box. It is definitely something that you should probably invest some time in, since there's really not much to do now. The next update is going to be the Nemesis and Annihilate system, and it's for tracking your deaths and also registering or managing your killer enemy, which is basically your personal hit list, and being able to adjust or track them as well. The third one is the battle statistical system, which is similar to the existing temporal rift, um, the end of the run damage dealt tracking system. However, this one will actually also include the damage taken and the regen for that you have. I don't actually know where this is. Okay, so this will only show in Temple Rift and in the World Boss. So that at least will give you an idea how well you're doing, whether you need some improvement in certain stats. That's definitely helpful. Now the next or the last one is the equipment collection system, and my assumption is from reading this, it's almost like the talisman with the additional collection effect. Um, but it is a class specific, so only certain items will be activated for your class, and they do provide specific attributes based on how many equipment collections you currently possess, which is the normal, the elite set, the boss set, as well as your existing blue and red rare sets. So I'm not exactly, they didn't really provide how the calculation is going to work. It's really difficult to say just from the image and the post, but definitely the one thing that I would suggest is start collecting those sets and your Adina, because you will need a lot of Adina, um, especially with the UR accessory update as well. You want to start collecting the SR or even Rs that you do acquire now, because you can upgrade them and then salvage them like you would normally do for armor or weapon upgrades. If you have any questions or suggestions, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you. And if I missed anything important from the update, please let me know. I will be more than happy to include it when the patch actually released. Thanks and have a good night.